Alright, scrappers. The school that I clean, they threw this away. This is a laminator. I don't really have a use for a laminator, but I tried plugging it in to see if it works. And unfortunately it doesn't. So I'm going to be scrapping it. I've never scrapped one of these before. So let's see what's inside of it. Some nice screws. Screws are always good. 8 cents a pound for a little tin. And oh, more screws over here. Got it. Got it. Got it. There we go. Any more screws hiding? Alright, let's break her open. How does this thing come apart? There you go. We got more screws. This must be some kind of heat shield. Some garbage. Ooh, a nice little circuit board. Ooh, it's green on both sides. That means it's mid-grade. Get these, see, now the wire is worth more if I get the harness with the wire. So I usually try to get the whole harness too. Oh, missed the harness. A little aluminum heat sink. That's off. This is extruded aluminum. It's worth more than regular sheet aluminum. And these little transistors here, this is almost all copper. You can throw this right in your number 2. I don't know if you can see it. Throw that right in your number 2 copper bucket. Those little transistors. Got more wire. Wire's always good. Stupid zip ties. Got some plastic to recycle. What is this? Ooh, a transformer. Nice little piece of copper in that, I bet. I try to get out all the screws because 8 cents a pound. Why leave them in the plastic? What else is holding this in? Nothing. Another little piece of circuit board. Alright, now I'm going to cut. I like to cut the plug from the inside because it gives you more. It gives you more when you're stripping. That's out. And now this This is like flat. It's almost like a ribbon cable, the power cable. It's almost impossible to strip this stuff. So I'm just gonna cut my plug end off and pry out my plug ends. Get your plug end and your little piece of bare bright. Okay, it was easy. And then I'll get number 2 copper for the rest of this wire. Let's see what else we got. A little electric motor. You don't always have to cut wire. A lot of times you can cut the zip ties or cut the plastic. Gives you longer pieces of wire to work with if you're stripping. I do like to sit and watch movies and strip wire. I think I'm going to try to get this little motor open. There's always a little jackpot of copper inside of these motors. Little clips out. Where's the screws? Get these screws out. Another nice little piece of plastic. Let's see if this will pry open easily. I might just be calling it an electric motor or a copper bearing motor. And that's looking like what's going to happen. So I got some copper bearing motor. Oh, she popped open. Doesn't weigh that much. Get this inner plate out. There's the commuter inside of there. And you know what's in here? Look at that, you can see it right in there. Copper! Alright, so this just give a couple whacks with a hammer. Look at that, that motor was worth taking apart. Nice big old fistful of wire. I'll throw that in my number 2 copper bucket. What else we got here? That's a long screw. Get these wires out of the way. Ooh, a little piece of circuit board. Now, sometimes number 2 circuit board's like 50 cents a pound. Number 2 coated copper is like, I don't know, $2 a pound. Like $1.30 a pound or something. So a lot of times you want to leave that little piece of circuit board right on the wire. What else we got here? Some more stupid wires. These heating elements are probably going to be 400 grade stainless. And this looks like aluminum. See if I can get this apart a little more. A couple more screws here and there. Man. How many screws they put in this? More screws on this side. That's 10. That's heating element. More 10. That's aluminum. Oh, that's neat. It had a glass, what is that? Probably infrared heating element. But that's aluminum. It bends so easily. if I can get this other one apart. Yeah. Another piece of aluminum. And this is heavy. I'm going to throw this in my tin bucket. Unless I can get... Oh, look at that. That's why they threw it away. It sat and melted on the rollers. That thing was done. Alright, I'm going to put everything together and see what we got. Alright, I was just putting everything together, and then I realized I forgot to scrap the little transformer. I also got this nice little piece of circuit board to talk to you about. Now, see these little connectors here? Those are brass. You can usually wiggle the plastic piece off of the brass. I'll do it to this one too. And now you can take and cut these very, very close to the circuit board. And people think I'm crazy, but $1.90 a pound. These little pins add up fast. So you guys should really start cleaning your circuit boards off. And then the circuit board's still worth 50 cents a pound, even though I took these off. You know, why let somebody at the scrap yard... Somebody at the scrap yard is going to get paid to clip these. Why let them get your extra money? And this little gizmo right here, don't pull that off and call that copper bearing motor, CBM. These little things are loaded with copper. It's just got a little ferrite donut in the middle. Wish I had my gloves on. But if you want to get the copper out of this, all you have to do is give it a few taps with a hammer or a tool. And you can separate the copper from the ferrite. So there's some number 2 copper. And for the transformer, all these metal tabs, a lot of times you can just pry them apart like this. Really, I should be wearing gloves. And then it's got these I think they're called E's and I's, the E brackets that hold all the transformer together. But simply, I like to just clamp it in a vise and saw right through all the copper with a hacksaw. I think that's through all of it. And then you do the same on the other side. You know, copper's a couple dollars a pound. Why let somebody at the scrapyard get paid to do this? You know, you bring your copper down, you're only getting... See, look at that, it just pulls right out. Nice big chunk right there. Came out nice and easily. So, I'm going to finish doing this. Oh, look at that. Alright, I still got a little bit more in there. I'm going to finish doing this, I'm going to put everything together, and now we're going to see what we have. Okay, now, out of that I got some number 2 copper, or number 2 insulated wire. I got a little piece of heavy melt. It's like 12 cents a pound. I got some sheet aluminum, which is 50 cents a pound. I got some extruded aluminum, or aluminum extrusion. This is aluminum that started off as a chunk, and they smushed it through a mold. You know, kind of like a Play-Doh Fun Factory kind of thing. But this is aluminum extrusion. We got some number 2 copper. And this circuit board is green on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and call this mid-grade. And this is just low-grade, 50 cents a pound circuit board. And I got all this tin. But, yeah, to shred. But people think I'm crazy. See all these little brass pieces? It's $1.90 a pound, and brass is actually pretty heavy, and it adds up pretty quick. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.